Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from level1gamer.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 163. This is the Double XP podcast. Listen, Netflix say we are the Netflix of gaming. Easy mode is apparently a bad thing to play on, even though some people need easy mode. And yeah, Smash may have some competition. Let's get started with the introductions. The man with the clamps, Citizen Snips.
Are we back to doing me first? Because last time you didn't do me first.
Hey, accidents happen, baby.
You want to get done first?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh.
I'll make sure I do you first next time, bro. I my bad. My fault.
Giggity. And now I'm just entirely derailed. Listen, guys, it's been a rough week for many reasons, but I'm glad to be here with y'all. It's nice to be doing some gaming related things. We got some cool stuff to talk about, and we have a lovely guest with us as well. So what could possibly go wrong besides whatever y'all are gonna put in the meme box?
He is so handsome.
Right? I figured I'd pander to the audience. I know my crowd.
Y'all are horny.
Facts. Making her return to the panel. We've missed her so dearly. So let's go back to calling her the face of level1gaming.com. My sister from another mister. My right hand man. Slim Hugger, what's going on, sis?
What is going on, y'all? I am glad to be back. It's been an interesting week. Still horny for Lady Dimitrescu. Still horny for that 9'6" lady. She could take me anytime. And I'm just here to be weird and talk about some gaming stuff. And
are you trying to get stepped on? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
I'm 5'2". I get stepped on no matter what, baby.
If you flip that 9'6" around, it's 6'9". So.
Oh, hello.
Is the gamer number? Yeah, that's good.
I want to climb her like a tree. Anyway, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be weird with Alex. The first time I'm meeting him, but already we're on that weird track, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Truth be told, it really goes down in the DM. So if your DM box is full, your emails is popping, that's because the communication director Level 1 Gaming is trying to get a hold of you, baby. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
You know, I'm just here on borrowed time because Spectrum is telling my computer that I have no internet. But I'm clearly here talking to you guys, so you know we have something very magical going on here.
Spectrum, baby, it's magic.
It's magic. You know, it just works. I'm having glitchy issues over here. I'm here to talk crap about crap, and I'm ready to see SpongeBob unleash his super.
Listen, I'm gonna say this now before I finish the introductions. If I see that damn SpongeBob meme in this fucking meme box tonight, we're gonna have an issue.
No,
see, I wasn't even thinking about that.
You
now you brought it up.
Anything about the memes in the meme box.
Don't post the damn SpongeBob meme. Don't do it.
The me one?
You know which one. Don't do it.
You know which one. Whatever you do.
Don't do it. Next up, DALLAZ.
Who?
Hate y'all.
Cheese and crackers.
Man. You see?
Man.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
waiting
whatever.
for something to happen.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I got you this time. Look, I don't always win, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis. Actually, this ain't Dos Equis, but you know. Anyway, every time I say this every time too, but every time it feel like it's been a long time, I see the homies in the chat. I see a couple people that I know gonna have a couple spicy takes. So you know, I'm ready. Let's get it.
Last but not least, some of you may know him as All Father. Some of you also may know him as Odin. These days, he goes by Oh No Alex. The man with the legs. Thighs up! Oh No Alex, what's going on, boss?
I didn't know we were on a thighs up day kind of day today. So yeah, thanks for inviting me to the show. I think it's going to be fun. I'm here to smash some watermelons with the thighs and just have a good time. For inviting me to the show.
Me a
I think
mute.
it's gonna be fun.
No. Okay.
I'm here to smash.
Sorry, I had some audio issues. Listen, you know what's funny? I think Snips has said it before, and Hugger said, like, why we keep bringing on some people that's just so beautiful? I said, yeah, man. I said, Alex pretty. I definitely talk to him if he was a chick. We love it. So
here's the problem.
I said I put a wig on
That
it.
is not what he said.
Here's the problem. Even if I was a woman, I'd still be a top. So,
Oh no, player.
I need you to know. I need you to know, fam. I will, in fact, get your chocolate pussy.
Oh Lord, hard.
Of all the reckless things I've ever said, I've never said that.
Yo.
So
We just.
the thing
If
is,
you were a girl, I could bottom for you.
So wait, Floor, you ever heard of the thing called the Amazon position?
Holy shit! How did we get
Can't do
here?
that while I'm drinking. Yes.
I need you guys to
Okay.
Google. I need you guys to Google the Amazon position.
Y'all, we just got here. We just got here.
We did
literally
just get here.
walked-
Listen, we setting the tone early so that people
Can't
know
take y'all
what type
nowhere.
of show we having today. We setting
I
the
mean,
tone
we
early.
brought up the
Nowhere.
Amazon position, which Alex is right. If you haven't heard of the Amazon position,
Floor, what are you doing later?
not enough, apparently.
Fame, I posted a meme just for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, listen.
I know we had stuff to talk about, but what
No,
a
we got stuff to talk about. Don't worry.
Listen. Listen.
The problem is, okay, look, it's fine. I'm married. It's fine. I'm just messing
Anyway,
around.
we'll see you
Exactly.
guys
I'm
next week. Thanks
married.
for
It's
coming,
all a
everybody.
joke.
Everything he
Great
says
show.
is in good fun, y'all. That we're just having good
It's
fun.
just-
Just like when I be
I'm-
weird
I'm a-
with Fame and Baron.
Man.
Hey, look, it's
Listen.
all great.
It's
But it's
it's
fun.
all fun.
Also, okay, so back to the intro. If you want to see more of me, you can check out my YouTube channel. It's Oh No, It's Alex on YouTube. You can also see me on Press Start Podcast, which we're doing really great stuff there. It's basically just like this, except it's just all guys and we're all gay for each other anyway, so that's fine too. But thank you guys for inviting me. I hope you guys have continued success and you guys keep growing, so it's going to be nice to see.
Appreciate it, man. I just told my wife the other day. I think I told her like all like guys are truly gay for each other. Like all we do is make those type of jokes all day.
It's 2021. Everybody's gay.
Yeah, it's all about the level of, like, from 1 to 10, how gay are you is really what it is, right?
And
Let's be honest. If you are a man that is comfortable with yourself, you have no problem making those jokes because you know you don't really give a shit.
So did you guys ever hear of the streamer called Asmongold?
no, I
Heard
haven't.
the name. Yeah.
I love Asmongold. I watch his streams all the time as much as I can. He made a joke and so he was on another streamer's stream called Code Miko. And Code Miko is a VTuber, and she was like, well, have you thought about like dating men? And he says, well, I wish I could. Imagine if you could play Smash with your boys and then smash your boys. And then she goes, well, why don't you try? And he goes, look, I I just can't, right? And then he says, I could suck a dick and it wouldn't be gay. And she goes,
I don't know about that,
Wait, it
Chief.
could work like. And she goes, it could work like that. And he says, do you take your garbage out? Does that make you a garbage man?
Oh shit.
Well, there's a R&B singer out here named Tank who says a man can suck a dick 3 times and it not be gay.
Well, there you go.
3 times in this
I mean,
it's not gay.
If you watch,
It's a little gay, but it's not gay.
If
you watch gay adult entertainment,
I mean,
you
just
know
because-
a lot
look,
of those guys are straight.
If
So
I
it
cook
doesn't really
pasta,
matter.
does that make me an Italian chef?
Depends how you make the pasta. If you're gonna plate it a
Right.
certain way, baby,
It depends on how you put your
sprinkle a
thumb
little
and your
cheese
forefinger.
on top.
Your forefinger?
Sir.
I mean,
Listen.
you might, you know.
Listen,
This is all Fame's fault because the last time I was on a podcast with Fame, things also happened. This is literally all
Hey.
Fame's fault.
yo,
Oh, yeah.
like,
And Fame usually goes, "Hey,
believe it.
tone it down, be normal." And I'm like,
oh no, we amp it up for
I don't know
Alex.
what that is.
Fame starts it. Fame Zordon out here. Everything he say, we end up doing.
You know what'll happen?
If he go
I'll
down
message
that
him and
path,
I'll
we end up
say,
going down that path.
I'll say, hey, you know, we're gonna let the guests, you know, guide us. I know Alex, so I'm like, yo, turn that shit up. Like, this the type of show it's gonna be. Like, turn it up for real.
man.
Yo, Alex, I just seen the chat and it reminded me, bro. Congratulations on 10K, man. That's huge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you. I've had ridiculous growth. I
You're
grew
talking
like
about the YouTube channel, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So on YouTube, I was growing like 1,200 subs every 4 days.
Nice.
It was pretty crazy. I think a couple of videos just hit the algorithm and took off. So I don't, you know, I have a thing where it's like I'm all about consistency, and I tell this to the press start guys all the time. It's not about what you put out; it's about how often you put it out there. And 90% of YouTube really is just your thumbnail and title. So if you can do those 2 things well, even if your content is bad, you'll still get views and people want to watch you. So I just experimented with a lot of different kinds of content. I did things. I'm still doing some things stuck that I'm doing. Some things I threw out that I thought weren't working. So I'm doing things like You Should Play, where I go back and I pull old games from like the 80s and 90s that are like PC focused or whatever that people don't play anymore. And I do like 25, 30 minutes, like going in depth about those games and why you should play them. I do PC port reports that were pretty much an homage to Total Biscuit, to where it's like 45-minute videos of just the options menu and me getting mad about the options menu in PC games. And then I do console fanboy videos, which have really just what have taken off the most. And then I make the most editing out of those because it's the most fun to do. And then I do typical news stuff just to talk about that. And then I do something called, which I didn't think was going to take off, but it really did, was Stream the Series, where I'll take a series of games that I've never played or that I have played, and I'll stream every single game in that series back to back, all the way to completion.
Oh, dang.
So I did Resident Evil, but I didn't finish it because when I got to 6, I just wanted to die.
Because you
And
didn't
then-
appreciate the draft getting neck from a metapod. You
I
gotta
didn't
go
even
into
get,
it.
I didn't even get past the first 30 minutes.
It was
Oh,
that
wow.
bad.
RE6. It was that bad.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
So I did Resident Evil 6, and then I did Metal Gear. So I did all the Metal Gear games back to back. And people never played MGS2. So when we got to the end of MGS2, everybody was like, when did this game come out? And I was like, 2001. And they were like, no. You know, there's no way this came out in 2001 and it's that relevant. So yeah, people lost their minds about that. And then I did God of War, which was my biggest set of streams. I'm a notorious, apparently, Sony hater.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know where people got that from.
Is he on the list? Fame, check the list that we're on.
Oh, I gotta find that list. Someone put us on a list called PlayStation Haters. We're in there with like Jeff
I am
Grubb
not
and everyone
on that
else.
list.
Nice.
I'm not
Oh,
on that
you
list.
gonna be on it now.
It's so
And
good to be
and then I
recognized.
did Splinter Cell, and then I did Doom, and now I am doing Devil May Cry.
Oh, nice.
And I got to DMC5, and I'm very excited for DMC5 this Sunday because that's going to be, I think, pretty exciting because I have fallen in love with that series, and I have felt the pain of people who love that series. So, I mean, so I just started doing different things to have things stick, and some things stuck, some things didn't, and it just worked, and it's just daily content. As long as you put something out every day on a schedule at the same time. I mean, I recommend videos from like people like Devin Nash. I think he's a great resource to definitely check out. Alpha Gaming is also really another great one. He actually left Twitch, having like 10,000 subs on Twitch, to then stream specifically on YouTube. So there's just a lot of great stuff from those two guys specifically that I've just started like ingesting and thinking about, and I guess it kind of worked.
That's what's up, man.
Really worked.
Like I'm really happy for you, man, with the way the growth you've been going on, man. Before you know it, you're gonna blink and you will be at 50K, man. But all the success to you, brother.
I highly doubt that.
You've been busting. No, it's coming, bro.
No.
It's coming, bro. It's coming. Bro.
Highly doubt that.
You've been busting your ass. You've been on the grind, man. You guys are doing amazing things over at Press Star. You guys go live every Thursday, right? You guys are.
So yes, we are trying something different. I've been throwing around some ideas that I want to do with the team, about how to grow that specifically. I'll share it with you guys as well later on if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
But we haven't really come to anything like solid yet. But I've just been throwing around ideas constantly, and like one thing is like I know that what I don't, and like the big meme was like Alex hit 10K and he's leaving the pod, right? That was
yeah,
he's gonna leave
Hollywood.
I don't want to leave. I don't. The only way I would leave that podcast or that show would be like, is if real life got in the way.
Yeah.
That would be the only real thing, because I do have a young son. He's 2. I don't want like if that stuff happened, or hopefully knock on wood nothing ever happens, but like if real life got in the way, then I would have to do something. That would be the only reason.
Definitely.
But I mean, if that were the case, I would stop YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff altogether.
Yeah, for sure.
But it wouldn't just be.
You know
like,
why I believe you're gonna get that 50K and above is because now you're 10K. You're at the point where people have subscribed for your content. Now they're staying for your personality. And I just met you today, like 20 minutes ago, and I like your personality, and I think you're gonna go far. And don't doubt yourself.
I don't say doubt. I just like to have realistic expectations.
True, the realistic, but just
realistic.
The videos I've watched of yours, you have a good head on your shoulder, and you got knowledge. And knowledge will always win over a meme. Will always win over a quick flash idea. You got smarts.
Well, today, Alex decided to pour gasoline on the street and light a match and sit back.
I really did. So today was interesting. If you haven't checked out the channel, I made a video on I would say, popular PlayStation fan, and that has done somewhat well. I think one video that I've done in the past that had like 40-something thousand views was like probably the best one. But people criticize me and they say things like, you don't talk about Xbox fanboys. And I say, well, I haven't seen an Xbox fanboy say anything really reckless in the last 6 months.
It's gotten quiet, right?
It's been really quiet and like really interesting. Like once the whole like a Series X is a 2080 Ti and a $500 box died, just nothing else came out. It was just silence. And I was like, all right, you're boring. There's nothing else going on. And then ridiculousness happened on Sony's side and people were defending it. So I was like, all right, look, listen, you guys, we got to do something about this.
Yep.
So, I mean, I pick on Nintendo too. I picked on Xbox as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a PC gamer first and foremost. So for me, it's like, I don't see any sort of like allegiance to a plastic box. I think that's sort of ridiculous. And I've always said, like in every video, like you can be a fan, just don't be a fanboy.
Indeed.
I think that's like the most like you're like, oh, I like this. Okay, great, fine. You like it. I'm not going to shit on you if you like it. You like it. Whatever. But
what?
Don't go out of your way.
Well, Dallas an Xbox.
Yeah,
he threw his what did I say? He took his PS4 for a swim as soon as he got his Xbox. No, I'm playing.
Did I tell you? Go ahead, Dallas. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say some dumb shit. Just go ahead.
He's like, I can't defend myself.
So, I'll tell the story real fast, and then we'll get back to it because I'm taking over.
No, you good.
You're good. Don't worry.
I had a PS4 for a little bit because of God of War, Spider-Man, and all that kind of stuff, right? And so when I finished Death Stranding, I decided that I didn't need a PS4 anymore because it was coming to PC, and then Sony was talking about porting games to PC. So in the middle of PSP on an episode, I took my PS4, I put my fingers in the crevices, and I ripped the console in half.
No.
Okay, Captain America.
And then I took the PS4 and I threw it into a lake.
Are you
Got
serious?
the hard drive.
You're a monster.
Yeah.
You're a monster.
Yeah.
Damn, Alec, that's some commitment. I would have like faked it, like Jesus.
No, I really it was. I didn't care. Like whatever, it was my money. You know.
Yeah. You do what you want with your own money.
Also, not talking about that this man ripped a console in half. Like y'all are just he threw it in a lake. He ripped a console in half like he was goddamn Captain America ripping a log in half.
We're trying to play it off cool, like we could do that if we wanted.
You can. I mean, it's not really that hard. Like once you get your fingers in the groove, it's just 2 latches on the
You just
side.
gotta stick your fingers in deep and pull.
and that's it.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Just stick your fingers in the groove and just hard as you
Rip.
can. Let it rip, right?
Let it rip.
As long as it's
Blades, huh?
consensual.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
So I mean, for me, I'm not getting a PS5. I'm not getting it. I'm probably not getting an Xbox either. I'm probably just gonna stay on PC because I have a 2070 Super. I'm more than capable of handling
This is a
anything.
cool place to be, man.
It's not the one. I could have posted the one. Fame knows which one I have in the
What did y'all
chamber.
do?
Habitual
What did
blind
y'all
step
do?
for you.
You getting close.
I didn't do anything.
You getting close. You
What are
getting
you gonna
close.
do? I'm HR, baby.
You get.
Oh wait, I know which one you want. I know which one.
I still can't
Also,
believe you didn't react
Step-
to the meme I posted just for you, man. It hurts my feelings.
I missed.
Win.
I was.
Stephon
It's
says,
just Steph is fine.
Steph, what's up? Says, I'll let Alex put a finger in me.
Whoa.
Bitch.
Oh wow.
Steph
Dang.
is one of my boys. Shout out to Steph. He's always in my chat and stuff like that. He's a cool dude.
That's
Steph.
not
What
the
up,
only thing you've
Steph?
seen, it looks like.
If I was to
Link
guess,
up.
I would guess that says
Share some
Stephon
Alex memes.
with that W. My AAVE kicks in.
Bruh,
It
I
says
can't read.
Stephon.
Yeah, step on. Yeah.
Stephon.
Urkel.
Stephon.
Because we winning.
What up, Urkel? Stephon.
He brought the meat.
He brought
Alex.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I
Spawn to
don't
me.
understand.
Oh my.
Understand.
Oh.
That's
So-
unclean.
For anybody that has watched Alex's video and be like, hey, the person he's talking about has been on the show. Yes, Optimus has been on the show. But just because you've been on the show doesn't mean we are tight and you can't have criticism. Because what he posted was dumb. And he knows that because he said, I'm trolling. So take that to anybody that's been on. If you say something dumb, you gonna get called out on it. And I'll make sure it's my personal mission to call you out on it.
Wow.
Because y'all, we just trying to play some video games. It don't matter. You don't gotta attack people for what they like, unless it's feet, Baron. You ain't gotta attack people for what they like.
Okay, feet is
Time
weird,
out.
dude. Feet is
Look,
weird.
Time out. First off, what I enjoy and what gets me through my evening.
But you've told me so many times that is now my business.
She's a piece of shit, bro. Okay, if so, y'all telling me y'all walking around with people with eagle claws and talons, scraping
Why
and
do you-
leaving their mark.
I mean, like, it doesn't really, like, do you look at feet and go like, yeah.
Nah, no, nothing that bad. But I tell you what, if I see something wrong with some toes,
Oh yeah, bro. Toes is a wrap, bro. You can be a dime from head to ankle. Them toes is wrong.
but then
We
if
can't be
those
together.
toes is like leaving a mark and like grating.
Let me
concrete.
tell you, after being in Taekwondo for 16 years and seeing so many broken toes and mangled up feet, I don't want to look at you from the ankle down. Like, get away
Yeah.
from me. If you put your feet near me, get away from me.
Like, I did hockey for like 8 years. And,
You've seen some shit.
and my feet are fucked.
Oh,
Like, my feet are like, they're fucked up because the boot deforms your foot.
yep.
Yeah, the
I
skate
used
boot
to-
like will deform your foot. Like, it's bad.
To date a ballerina and watched one time when they peeled a toenail off, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Nope, I'm done. Bye.
Mhm.
Goodbye. So that's why I don't like feet.
Chocolate
Mine is
don't
like-
snitch, bruh.
Foot Locker?
I mean, it's true.
same.
But how you remember me telling you this?
Hey, Hey, wait. What about when it be crawling over the shoe though, over the sandal, and it be like, you should have went up a size. Like, baby girl, you should have went.
I forgot. I told Chocolate.
I think that's my problem.
Like, you should have went up to half, and then it just like crawls
like
over like that.
Dinosaur challenge.
I think that's my problem with it. Is like if like the shoe and the foot.
We all gonna
not
talk
the
about
same
video
size.
games. I promise.
Yeah, and it looks weird, and then the toe is just
weird.
like.
But the only thing I'm gonna say
I'm
is,
so glad that I'm single. Like,
when it comes to
if
a
I was
foot,
single, it would be a nightmare.
when it comes to a foot, it needs to be big toe and then slanted down. If the
Hey, what if it's like flat across? Like
Let me for those that are.
but if that
listening,
second
the
toe
audio
is longer
version,
than that, I'm out.
Chakalaka, one of our best reviewers, and who also donated last $64 we needed for the extra live stream, which is taking place November 6th, which Fame will be playing Sekiro, and I have to play 2 horror games, and I'm gonna make Baron play a horror game. Fuck it. He said Fame doesn't like it when the big toe is not the longest toe. True story. And Chakalaka has a lot of stories.
Chakalaka a
He
snitch,
told
bro.
us a story. He told me a story where I looked at
Yes,
Fame and was like,
yes.
I don't want to know you for like the next week.
Because he knows me personally for the last, I don't know, 16, 15
Since he
years.
was a baby.
Chakalaka a snitch. Like, I told him too much when we was younger, bro. Like, everything, bro. And he be
He's
telling
told
it.
me some stuff.
It sounds like the person who messed up here was you.
Right?
I think we're getting demonetized, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we
we
not
don't need to
monetized
monetize
anyway.
it.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Don't
worry.
monetized.
Monetized?
Here,
No.
Because YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 viewing hours.
We started over.
We are at,
We created
yeah,
this.
we're brand new.
Over.
Everything used to be on my channel, and we said, no, screw that. Let's start over completely. So we created a whole new YouTube channel. So we're trying to build up the new channel. So it's all
Now,
good.
the man who snacks, our eater extraordinaire, there's been some bullshit, because you guys know how I feel about this flying around. Dallas, I need to get your thoughts about people complaining about people playing on easy.
Dallas, stop shaking your leg.
Yeah, well, you know what he's doing. That food is so good over there.
Dallas, you're shaking your leg. It's shaking your camera.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
I
realize.
really wish that I could confidently say it was him shaking his leg.
Yeah. We'll just say
You
he
don't
was
see
cutting
his
a
hands
steak.
for a reason.
Dallas.
For our only pans, y'all.
Dallas, tell me, Dallas, what's your stroke in
Hey,
like?
Whoa!
that content. Hey,
What's your
hey,
stroke in like?
YouTube is free, and that content won't make it here.
Tell me what
I
that
mean,
means,
Alex
like,
just
Dallas.
brought up a good
It's
point.
like Ultra Instinct.
Anyway,
Do you
what's
make
your
sure you
opinion
get
on
the
that
electric
free?
twist?
Hit
Never
him
mind.
with the
I'll
Roger Rabbit.
that free.
Ultra Instinct.
That twist.
I'm
Switch
surprised.
hands
Like,
every once in a while. It's like a stranger.
I'm surprised I don't have a Hellboy arm. If you really.
Yo, you
wanna
know about the stranger?
I do.
Oh, we
I
gotta talk
switched
later.
randomly.
What is happening?
Switched randomly, and it
What
was
is
like, oh,
happening?
You don't know about the
Yeah.
stranger, fam?
No.
Oh,
What's happening right now?
Okay, the stranger is when you sit, like you sit on one hand till it falls asleep,
yep.
right? And then when your
And
hand
it's like
falls
somebody
asleep,
else is touching
then you
you.
crank it, and it's like somebody else
Yeah.
doing it.
And then if you want to get I call it the neighbor, but I don't know what it is. You switch your grip, you switch hands, and it's like, oh, okay.
So we're gonna make sure that when we upload this to the site, we're gonna put not for something, cause y'all wildin'.
Yes.
And also, the
I don't know
views and
what you're talking
opinions expressed in this episode of Double XP are not necessarily that of Level 1 Gaming or Fame Entertainment 2000.
Listen, we
They're all Dallas's.
we are 30 minutes in,
HR.
so we are gonna go with the first gaming topic of the day, which Hugger brought up, and we're gonna start with Dallas because it is, and it's really this conversation's been going on a while with Sekiro and reviewers wanting a easy mode, and then recently with Psychonauts 2 having an invisibility toggle, and people saying, oh, it's participation style gaming. So I do want to start with you, Dallas. Like your thoughts on playing the game, because I'm not gonna cap. I play almost everything on normal, and I don't feel bad about that, right? But I do want to get your thoughts on people completing games on easy, because apparently for some stupid reason it's a topic of discussion.
Okay, so personally, I play everything on normal too, especially my first time around. I'm like one of those people that's big into the first playthrough of a game. I want to experience it how the devs intended. So every time I'm playing on normal, unless like I know you would want me to play on something else. One example being Biomutant. I started that on hard because people just kept saying it was too easy. Now that being said, I also think I haven't participated in this conversation. I'm just gonna let you know, but I haven't really like. I just assume there's a bunch of people that's like old like us, like they from our generation, and they still have that like gamers code of honor. And this is how you got to be a good gamer. Anything less than that, you're not a gamer. I just think it's sort of that mindset. Once again, as a person who's not really participated in the conversation, personally, I mean, I might clown you a little bit, but I clown all my friends. That's just me. I might laugh at you once or twice. I won't do it in front of nobody because I don't want them clowning you. But like when it comes down to it, I don't care what you play, like what difficulty you play a game on. I personally get excited if I start playing a game and there is no difficulty setting because I don't know what I'm in for. So, yeah.
Alex, you got an issue with people playing? I mean, I don't. I know the answer is likely no because you're a smart man. But your thoughts on people having an issue with people playing games on easy?
Me? Or Dallas?
I thought I said Alex.
You cut off.
Oh, I cut out. I apologize. My bad. My bad.
Spectrum said not today.
I was like, I thought you were talking to Dallas. So here's my thing, right? I think if you go back and you watch a couple of videos by Donkey, he did a really great set of videos about difficulty themselves and how he was talking about how games like Mario, you basically make your own difficulty as you play the game, but they're designed a very specific way in order to be played in a very specific way. I think the best example is also like the Soul series, which I'm very fond of. Since there's no difficulty slider there, it is designed to be played in a very specific way and then to challenge the player. I personally feel like a game should just be the way the dev designed it. Difficulty spikes at all. That's what they chose to do. That's difficulty there. Unfortunately, for me, from what I've experienced, easy is just too easy, and hard really is just increasing the values of enemy HP and their damage, and then you just have something that is just not even well tuned or well designed for that sort of difficulty level. And normal is really where they actually want things to be. My big problem, and my video's coming out about this tomorrow, is when people then take. Okay, I have to be careful how I word this because I did it really good in the video. I don't want to mess this up. My issue is when people then use individuals who have disabilities or accessibility problems as a shield to then state we do need an easy mode, when that is not the case at all. If you look at the fighting game community, there are individuals like Broly Legs and Hot Wheels who are massive pro players in the fighting game community, have, unfortunately have been given disabilities in their life, and they're unable to truly have all the freedoms that we take for granted. But even with those disabilities, they are some of the top fighting game players in the entire community. So going around and saying things like, what are people who have accessibility options? Microsoft has literally solved that problem with the controller that they've created. I think it's the adaptive controller.
Yes.
Right. And there's also other Twitch streamers who are either paralyzed from the neck down, who play with a tube that they breathe air into and get chicken dinners in PUBG.
Yo, that's wild. So I've seen that.
I feel like when people use that argument, it's a weak argument, and they're using it as a shield to defend their own insecurities of playing a game on easy mode. And I think it's insulting to the people who have disabilities to do that and to use those people as a shield for your own insecurities. That's my take on that whole thing. Personally, though, I think there shouldn't be difficulty modes. It should be the way the game is designed. And that's how you should play the game. So normal is pretty much the way I think a game should be played. If you want to add hard mode and extra stuff, that's fine. But I think if you're going to play a game on easy, just watch it on YouTube. That's really what you're doing. You're just not even playing the game. You are no longer being interactive with the actual game. You are removing yourself in the interactivity, and you're removing what makes games special.
Does anyone on the panel have an issue with someone who beats a game on easy and then does a review?
Yes.
Yes.
Elaborate.
Yes. Absolutely.
Either one of y'all. I saw yeah.
Because real short. Okay, so I just talked about how the first time around I play a game, not to really impose my view on anybody else, but the first time around I play a game, I just think it makes the most sense to play on easy. I'm not easy, sorry.
Whoa, caught
Makes the
him
most sense.
in 4K.
No, leave him alone.
Wow.
Makes the most sense to play in normal. Makes the most sense to play in normal. Just because like I want to play the game and experience the game as the devs intended, right? That being said, I don't think I could tell you my opinion of the story, but I don't think there's anything else that I could really speak on that reflects the experience of most people playing the game if I'm playing on easy and then do a review. Now I can understand doing that for the sake of experiencing everything that the game has to offer. I can understand that for the purpose of reviewing specifically the difficulty and whether there's a real change or just more HP. So I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
As the head of level reviews at level 1, if a reviewer came to me and said I played on easy, I wouldn't accept the review for the simple fact normal is how it's intended to play. But I'm also somebody that likes to play Mass Effect 2 on Insanity and also looks for, like Alex was saying, accessibility options. I'm colorblind, so I'm immediately looking for accessibility options. But I'm also a PC player that plays with mods a lot of times. Plays with a lot of mods, like God mode.
Kind of fun.
But I'm also not reviewing those games. If you want to cheat in single player, play on easy. Don't review those games. There's something about reviewing and it being on easy mode that is ugly. But like Dallas said, if you're going between the difficulties, I think the best game that makes the point that there should be no difficulty modes is the one game I haven't played but I have the most love for, Resident Evil 4, because there's an adaptive difficulty built into the game. And it's very subtle. You don't even notice it. So like there's one scene where you go through the castle doors and you got to shoot. There will be 2 snipers on each balcony and then there will be the people in front of you. But if you die a couple times in front of there, they'll take the snipers out. And then if you keep dying, they'll take like 2 guys out and they'll make it easier to get through. So games with adaptive difficulty, I can understand, there doesn't need to be an easy mode. But if the game is like Mass Effect Andromeda when it first came out, where it wasn't balanced, I can see the justification for playing in easy mode because that game was hard and unbalanced when it first came out. So it depends. I think it depends on the game that's coming out because
What, Hugger? To your point, the thing that I respect the most about that adaptive difficulty in Resident Evil 4 is the fact that it went both ways. So like there was a specific like sweet spot that they wanted you in. So if they saw that you were like getting your ass kicked, then they help you out a little bit. But then if they saw that you were doing too good, that you was just blazing through shit, then they make it more difficult for you. So that just goes to say that clearly they had something specific in mind, and that's why they were driving you.
The only time they didn't have adaptive difficulties is if you chose professional. But if you're playing in professional, you've already beaten the game on hard, so that's what it unlocks. There's just games are so varied. Beach. I like games. I like it. Nope. Because I know Alex was looking at me like.
Go ahead. Say it. Go ahead, say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. There is a sweet spot in gaming, and I know people like to rag on that guy, the business insider that had to do the Cuphead review. He's not a gamer. Exactly.
He played Mass Effect without actually using any ability points.
Wow.
He reviewed that
game.
He reviewed Mass Effect 2. Did not put any points into the skill tree.
So he didn't even play the game.
And why are you reviewing the game?
See,
that's the argument people are making, right?
Not like it's an RPG or anything.
Yeah, it's not like
I think the reviewers' discussion is a whole different thing because at least here at Level 1, we Baron, you can talk on this because we go through with our reviewers. You dive into everything.
Yeah, and we beat games. Like that is something. If it is something to beat,
calm down.
Right? If it's something to beat,
if it's a full review, you have to roll credits, and if it's a review in progress, that's different.
I remember there was a title out there, Morbid. I didn't think I was going to be able to roll credits before the embargo, And that's another. Once again, we're not gonna go too deep into the review stuff because personally, I feel they don't give us the codes with enough time. Not for like real life people who don't live in an
jobs
office
and stuff.
Like,
Yes.
who have a life. Yeah, like it just it's not realistic.
Oh, like when we got Biomutant the day before.
Yeah, they literally gave us Biomutant within 14
When
hours. It wasn't even
we started our review
hours.
team,
Really?
got Mortal Shell 3 days before it. Thank you, Dreamcast guy, but got Mortal Shell 3 days before it. It's only a 5-hour game. But 3 days before it? Really?
Dude,
Anyway,
no.
Baron, continue.
And it's so crazy because there was a the issue with Morbid was I think it was misclassified, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Beating the game. I was getting ready to write a and I believe I even hit up Fame about it. I was gonna write up so far or a early impressions. That's what we usually call them on the site. Early impressions, just given that overall because I don't feel comfortable, me as the integrity of my writing. I wouldn't feel solid having something out there giving a full review score like of something I didn't play or experience. And what becomes an issue is like, damn, when you play it on easy, going back to the point because I know I can go off topic. When you play on easy, some easy modes is literally does just walk you through, right? Like you get no damage. Or it's what do they call it? Cinematic mode, basically.
The museum mode in Assassin's Creed.
Okay, you completely strip everything the game developers did and brought to the table and spent all that time making, because like it's really it's for a review. You gotta play on normal. You cannot play unless that's your whole focus. Now let's flip it and let's talk to positives. Unless that's your entire focus. My channel, my website, blah 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 blah, is made to showcase the full range of easiness within games.
Then you've got to specify that.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like that, of course, that's just talking about the other side of it. But outside of that, you can't. Especially if you're a big site, especially if you have a lot of eyes on you, you really, it's not fair. It's not right. Like I don't like using the word fair. I just say it's not right.
It's not right. I think if you are... The only time I could say a game being reviewed on easy, because now I guess we switch into the reviews. If you can see, and we said it enough times, we have to put a explicit rating when we put this up. If you can tell the game is going to fuck you, play it on easy. Like when they have unfair jumps or physics just... If we're playing Bubsy, play it on easy if you can. But if you're playing a game, I just started up Haven. It's on Game Pass. And they said, you can play it on difficult, you can play it on easier, but we would enjoy if you play it how we programmed it to be on normal. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, sign me up, bitch. Let me play it on normal, because that's how you want to play it. I'll play it.
Do you think...
If you're a reviewer, play on normal.
Since you guys do reviews, do you think that the time crunch and the necessity of having reviews out in time for embargo actually causes or forces reviewers to put games on easy to get through as fast as possible?
Depends on the site.
It's the
bigger site.
It really does.
Bullshit.
It's the click factor.
A bigger site like IGN, they don't. I have no excuse for them to play on easy because they get the games. Somebody like us, where we got Biomutant literally the day of.
Yeah.
We get different stuff, but Baron still played it on normal.
The issue
depends on the site.
The issue is for a lot of sites, it's who can put out their review first. And so everyone wants to hit an embargo date. We just got some review codes today, and 2 different games. I think they're both due on the 27th. So we got a decent. I got for mine the game that I'm currently reviewing that's due on the embargo on the 27th. I'm gonna get through that and probably by this weekend, finishing the game, and then I'll start writing over the weekend. The one Hugger got.
It'll probably take me right up till probably the.
She's gonna be right up until embargo date, and then on top of that, we got extra rules that says she can't talk about certain things in the ending of the game, but she has to leave out of the review until the day after it releases. So those rules can really determine how someone plays the game, because for someone like you say IGN, GameSpot, they have a big enough fan base have a big enough domain authority that anything they put on their website is going to go on the top of Google. So they can put it up anytime people are going to see it. For smaller sites like ours, what helps us is to have we need to have it out literally the second embargo lifts, put it up, and it puts us in the strand. So I can see how other sites could put a game on easy just so they can get those hits because it's difficult.
Don't forget, I've also put myself in a weird position I'm doing this news review, and I wrote an article last week about falling in love with ESO, and now I've put myself in a time lock of getting an ESO Blackwood expansion review out, and I'm like, do I accommodate these indie devs or do I accommodate Bethesda? Like, where's my middle ground? I have to find somewhere in between.
Well, also, you're looking at like an MMO. And they're constantly changing. They're constantly patching, right? You're talking to like I'm a WoW player for like 15 years.
Woo.
And
okay, if I said, "Can you walk me through WoW and introduce me to this?" Would you?
No.
I know.
That's
because
Don't worry, I feel the same when people say
you
Diablo.
Have a bad game.
Oh,
I think WoW right now is in fact a very bad game. I think the best experience you can have is playing Classic. And that's because Classic is vanilla, and that's the way I grew up playing that game. That's the way I expect people to enjoy that game. I think the problem with retail right now, and WoW specifically, is the fact that they're more concerned with engagement time and systems rather they are an actual player engagement and fun. And I think that's a big issue there. So you're looking at ESO, which is a free MMO, which has a lot of things that are pay gated because it's free, besides buying it once, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So there's like the Necromancer class that's pay gated. There's like certain dungeons and expansions that are pay gated, stuff like that too. So I think when you're looking at that, I would say if you're going to approach that situation, you can get up to a specific point of content with ESO and say, here's where I am. Did I make max level or not, or in this expansion, or did I do this content? And then when patches come out, then you would do updates to that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a better course of action than trying to solely focus on ESO, which is an ever evolving thing, right?
Yeah, that's
so Giant Bomb does a
monster.
very smart thing called Unfinished, where they go over early access games. And they call it unfinished because it literally is not finished. And so they just say, this is an early access game. Here's what it does. Here's what it looks like. Here's what we could go from there. You can take your own pick on that. But I think with a game like ESO or even Destiny, that is completely changing itself and removing content and doing all this wacky stuff, it has to be an ever evolving thing. You can't just put out a review for that. That's because in ESO, where are they now? Like they're not at 8 point. They're like what 6 point something.
God, they're in a weird place.
WoW is at 9.1.
Yeah.
ESO is probably like 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
More. So
they're balls deep into the Gates of Oblivion year.
Okay, so if they're 5.1, patch 5.2 could drastically change the game.
People were complaining yesterday that the US patch took the beards off of the characters, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I do want to
even notice.
I do want to go two things, and I want to go right to Snips. Number one, Snips. That shirt is fire, bro. Where'd you get that shirt from? That Jack in the Box logo in the middle? I'm feeling that. Secondly,
stop rubbing your titties like
that. There you go.
Well, I mean, now I'm like completely distracted.
He's distracted.
Now we're getting into some DMs right now.
So
he's like, now let me put a wig on Snips.
And number one, it seems like a lot of people who are playing ESO or WoW, everyone switched over. Not everyone. A lot of people switched over to Final Fantasy 14. And Snips brought this to my attention. I didn't even know about this, but they ran out of digital.
Yes.
How's that even possible?
Yes.
So basically they stopped selling it. It's not like they ran out. It's not like there's a supply, but they stopped selling it because the servers were getting so overcrowded, and they understood that they weren't going to be able to handle a continued influx of players like that. So it was actually a very responsible thing to do on their part. They didn't want to ruin the experience for the current players by just saying, "Yep, keep letting new players in and in and in," and then it overcrowds our servers and everything crashes and the game goes to crap. So I'm sure they're working as quickly as possible to add more servers and get things expanded so they can reopen those floodgates. But
because 14's been out for a while. It's been out for a while. What happened? Everyone's
from what I understand,
flooding.
it keeps getting better with every new expansion.
Because it's
I'll
better
tell
now.
you what happened. One man happened. One
Chuck Norris.
man named Asmongold decided to stream FF14, and in one day broke 200,000 live viewers on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
One day.
And
one day.
it's like the Star Wars MMO. It's free up to I think level 60 now. So
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Just go play.
it's a very beginner friendly model for getting you into the game, and there's like an XP boost and everything, so you'll level up faster, get through the original chunk of the game quickly, and start getting into the expansions where the game really starts to get good. So I will say it's one of the more well set up MMOs that I've ever played.
Are you playing right now?
I haven't played in a little while. I let my sub run out because I have a giant backlog of games that I haven't been playing. But
Wait a minute, it's subscription based?
back to it.
Yeah, it's 15 a month.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get
Nine-
past that level,
9 a month. 9 a month.
I will
Yeah,
say
it's not that bad.
I agree with Snips. It is probably I'm all for like if you can play a free game, enjoy yourself. Like Secret Worlds, when that became free, awesome. The one free game that I think needs, even though it has revived itself and revamped itself, Phantasy Star is still intimidating to get into. I love it. I will play it regularly, but I understand why
downloaded
people
that
don't
game
like it.
just for you, and you never played it with me, so we're not going to talk about that.
Because I only played it a few times, and now I play it kind of like solo. Because this new Genesis, I have to relearn every single thing I knew about the game because they changed so much. I'm like, let me relearn it, and then we can play it.
God, the
Don't
last
know
time I
this
played
game anymore.
PSO was on GameCube.
Old.
It was online.
You guys?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna make an old joke because y'all are old.
Make your joke because I want to
Make a
do like a
joke.
quick catch up thing on the whole
Go ahead,
different
make a joke.
discussion. Yeah,
So-
joke first.
Nobody has talked about how Alex, who looks my age, I'm about to be 28 September
You're
11th,
gonna embarrass us like that right now.
is the oldest person here.
Yeah.
But
And
he looks
all
the
these
youngest.
other hoes, all these other hoes is old.
Wait a minute,
But
it's
I
because
got-
them
they-
posts.
look, see, I got a lot of grays in my beard, so
Oh,
there's a little
man.
bit of a tell.
Yeah, but
It
now-
looks like
now
you might
maybe-
hold that
It shows his
intentionally
true
with that
colors.
just for men touch of gray.
I,
and try to-
Right.
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to not do that, and I'm going to go full silver.
Y'all about to say, baby, you
Damn, I
about to
just
get
realized.
silver.
You call
And,
it platinum. You call it
Alex, you got
I
one
will
kid,
be
right?
the,
Your son?
I got one, yeah.
Have
That's
another
why
one.
he has
Have
just
another
one
one that's gonna
cat.
age you. One more.
So-
2 is how you get
You
aged.
gonna have one more? You gonna get the Reed
Right.
Richards right here?
My wife is like,
Ooh.
well, my dad went full gray at like 35. So
wow.
So you're holding on.
I'm,
You know
I'm
what?
holding on, but I
He
like
has
if
hair.
you look right here,
I was
there's
gonna
like
say.
like
Man's got
little
frosted
Little
tips.
salt and pepper.
But you have
yeah.
hair.
I have a
I
full
knew
head of
somebody
hair.
His
in high
hairline is
school
intact,
who's going
unlike some
bald.
people.
Oh.
Yeah.
High
Oh,
school.
what are
We're
you trying to say?
18.
Why'd you raise
He's
your
going
hand?
bald. You're 39
Don't
and
do
you
it,
got your full head of
LeBron.
hair. Oh,
Just
look at
shave
that
it, dude. Just shave it.
Also, we
Bro,
never talk
I'm
about
too
Kevin's
light skinned
hair
to be
and
bald.
Baron's
It don't
hair.
look right.
Look, we don't talk about my hair because
Just
from
make
the
it
front and sides it looks immaculate. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're taller than me, you can see that the forest
Yeah, but you
is
guys
not
are all
quite as
tall.
dense as it used to be.
Oh Lord.
So
Y'all
I'm
are
hanging
huge
on.
people.
I'm hanging on.
Like
to
we're like slightly above average height.
yeah. Fine.
5'2". You're
You're
tall.
just really short. That's the thing. We're tall
Yeah, you're just
relative
really
to
short. Yeah.
Short, so you know.
I
It's
remember
whatever.
that as a double degree black belt. I see you'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna punch you in the dick. You call me
Hey.
short.
Like honestly,
Like 16 times.
honestly, I would shave my head if I was
Yeah.
darker skinned.
Why would that matter?
It don't look right. It
What do
don't
you
look.
mean it doesn't look right?
It don't look right, bro.
You
I'm
don't want to be a kid.
Although
But look, no. What happens is like
Look
when
like
you
a whole
shave,
milk
you're gonna-
dud.
it's-
you have to,
It
you
is
have
one
to
of those
point
With a shaved head.
where you have to shave your head, Fame, because we'll be getting take two, and I'll look at his beard as like, you have GBS. And he's like, what GBS? I'm like, you have ginger beard syndrome. Your hair is
Yeah.
black, but you have a red beard.
Yeah,
Captain Redbeard. What's going
it
on?
turns red. I don't know
Shave your
why.
head, baby. It's hair. It
Yeah.
grows back.
You know what? Did you ever do
Sometimes.
like your ancestry DNA?
No.
So you should, because you might have a little bit of Irish or European in you if you have a
That
red
would be-
beard. Because my beard gets red too. The
Really?
longer it gets.
I might have to
So
look into
so
that.
I did my ancestry, and I think it was like 42% Portuguese, 29% Spain, some Cuba, and then like 2 or 3% Africa. And the second it said Africa, I showed the guys on PSP, and they were like, "You got the pass," and I was like, "I do not have the pass."
They said it's enough. He got enough.
Not
It is
real.
a fact. Okay, setting the
They were like, "It's enough. It's enough. It's not enough. It's not enough."
And I will
It's enough for
say
us.
this, just a forewarning, doing those DNA things.
Oh, they put you in the registry, dude. Yeah, 100%.
No, not even that. It just red flags pop up in the whole family tree. So
Yep.
yeah,
We
it
found
rocked my
out about
family
stuff too,
before.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just letting you know, if you're happy with where everything's at, don't look
Don't.
Is that how you
No.
end up with
There was
you
a-
end up with an uncle or grandpa? That's what I do.
all I want to, hey, when you start questioning last names and like,
We're saying,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
might have like some Spaniard or European if your beard's.
I might have to do
I can
that.
promise you
100%.
he does.
His great granduncle
History
had a
says
bottle
so.
of Irish whiskey once.
Somebody
and that's about- he's
had
about
a
half
little
percent
somebody
Irish
like want some chocolate.
Somebody
Easy
was
white chocolate.
creeping onto the plantation, and they shouldn't have been.
Yeah, I'm
Yo.
about to say history.
Alex like, oh
Tell you
shit.
exactly what happened.
That's probably what it was.
Alex said, "Oh shit." He said,
Exactly what it was.
That DNA
Before,
shit.
before-
There's a
Let me not get involved in that conversation.
There was a 40-year-old case here in Alberta.
Yeah.
A missing person was found in a septic tank, and they couldn't find him for 40 years. This year, because of DNA put in like Ancestry and all that, 23andMe, they found out who the guy was. They still haven't found out who killed him, but they found out who he was 40 years later. I was like,
That's crazy.
holy crap.
Mhm.
And there's been a lot of those genetic breakthroughs in cases lately. So if you ever want to maintain that family image and find out maybe your grandpa or your grandma isn't a monster, maybe don't. But sometimes it is better to find out. Like, Grandpa, were you trucker driving on the Highway of Tears? If you're in Canada, you know exactly what that
Lot
is.
lizards.
really quick,
Oh.
Chocolaka being 1/8 black is not enough. I'm sorry.
No.
You don't
It
get the
ain't.
pass. Secondly, I do want to move on here. I want to start with, I guess, Alex. Alex, how long before we no longer hear about Netflix got diving into video games? Because we all know Microsoft and Game Pass, they want to be quote unquote the Netflix of gaming, but now Netflix, according to Bloomberg, Netflix wants to be the Netflix of gaming. They brought on someone from Facebook and EA, I believe.
Yeah.
How long before this dies?
So, I don't think. So here's what I think is going on. A lot of revenue in Netflix, although it has exploded in 2020 because of the parade that was happening. I think what is going on is we are seeing a resurgence of the old cable bill, where we have 8 or 9 different providers we're signed up to that are $10 to $15 a month, and we're still paying $300 a month at the end of the day. And so because of that, piracy has been on the rise in content, more so. I mean, think about it. In people in our situation, you've got Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Paramount, Warner Brothers, Amazon. What else?
HBO Max.
Am I missing?
Yeah, I was
HBO
about to
Max.
say.
Did I say Warner Brothers already?
I don't know, but Warner, it's so much
So
stuff.
I'm just looking at 8. If we just broke it down, $80 at $10 a month flat, so $80 a month just in that before your internet bill. So you're looking at like $200 and something a month before taxes. You're paying as much as you did when you had cable. All right. So I think people are just sick of it, and they're just going to be like, all right, well, we're just going to go that way. And I think what scares me isn't the fact that Netflix might get into games. What scares me is that someone from Electronic Arts
Yeah.
is now on Netflix. I'm looking at it from the opposite direction. The company known to be the worst company ever, the one known to have the worst monetization practices, the one known to try nickel and dime you across every conceivable landscape. They're hiring people from EA to Netflix. I'm looking at it from the opposite end of the spectrum. Not really about gaming. I think people would trust Microsoft more than they would trust Netflix in terms of games. And like, oh, well, Microsoft is a gaming company, but remember, like, Microsoft was like, who the fuck are they getting into video games? And look where they are now.
Look where they are now.
Who the fuck is Sony getting into video games? Right? Look at them now. Yeah. So who knows what Netflix can do in this crazy ass world, or if they're even able to pull something off like that. They might do like another Google Stadia and just crash and burn.
Because I mean, it can't be streaming only. Because if you, hey, go buy a controller. That would suck.
But it has to be.
But it will be.
Because you can't download the movies, so it has to be if they maintain that Netflix model.
But even then, think of it this way, right? Like, they'll just go ahead and try to get people who can stream. They sell you a controller, you plug that bitch in, it connects to a USB device, or it gives you a dongle and a USB on your TV. You got everything there, and it's basically Luna or Stadia or whatever trash that they had before. But they don't realize that they're talking to a market of people that don't want that. Even though that is the future, they don't want it because it's not sustainable.
You know what scares me more? What scares me more about all of this is the idea of maybe certain titles get locked in on certain services, like we do with TV shows.
There's a couple games locked in on Stadia that need to be off there.
Judgment is one of them.
That's what scares me most about this. About the idea of Netflix and then teaming up with somebody from EA. The monetization too, that's terrifying. Yeah. But I couldn't imagine having to it would get strange. I could imagine it getting
Netflix gonna be $30 a month.
Yep. No, I think Netflix will drop it right quick once they realize, because Google has the money to just keep. I mean, we've gone to that site on stream, Death by Google. And there's like 153 items on there. Yeah. Google has the money to throw at things. Netflix doesn't. They have a lot of money, but not enough money to throw at a billion-dollar industry that they're trying to weasel their way in with. Hey, you can't download our movies, and you can't download these games. And sometimes the games and the movies, they kind of like stutter halfway through. Enjoy. Can't.
You don't own none of it to any extent.
It's gonna be worse.
Even
you
if you buy it
$60 and you don't own it,
you still don't even own it. Like that's the scary thing. You paid full price for it, because you hear this joke about Game Pass, like, oh, you don't even own any of the games. I'm like, no, but imagine
I could
being in a space to where I did buy the video or the game
and still don't own it.
All of a sudden they lost the license. Yeah, they lost the license rights, and then now I lose the game.
Dallas was just playing a game for us. We're not going to spoil it, but it's like heavy copyright material. And I'm like, you record everything you can from that game, because
gonna die.
There's a lawsuit coming. And not only is there a lawsuit coming, if you have your Xbox is going to automatically update. So it's automatically going to strip the rights to play.
Well, that was on PC,
but if you
I believe.
don't have an if you don't have if you have a PC that doesn't automatically update, or you kind of like block those updates because you can on PC. PC's glorious. You can be in possession of illegal content. So that's the lawsuit there. So you're fucked either way. But until they do that, you record as much as you can, baby. Make sure you record that so it's not lost to the internet. Because whenever I talk about the Sleeping Dogs MMO, people are like, what is that? It's like Triad Wars. Go play it. Go watch a video. You can't play it, but go watch a video. It was glorious. It should have been Yakuza open world. It would have been Yakuza, man. Yakuza's older still. But man, gaming is in a weird place.
My Discord is wild. Those are my emotes in my Discord, by the way. I forgot to tell you.
God bless him. Man,
good awesome. Discord. I love it.
You want to see another one? Look at that one.
Oh!
Boy.
Snake! Snake!
I wasn't ready.
Wow.
I mean, if we're talking about getting, beat to hell, because I feel like Alex is taking me on a tumble dry cycle. Nickelodeon, the weird ass studio that they were, the fun studio that became corporate, putting out a game, All
Yep.
Stars Brawl.
I ain't gonna cap.
I don't play.
No, go ahead.
I was like, I don't play fighting games. I play them, but I'm not good at them. Chocolaka is our fighting game guy. He's gonna have when he gets back to me, Chocolaka, 4 hours to walk through Smash on our extra live stream. I don't get the hype about this game. People are like SpongeBob. I was like, yeah, I could play SpongeBob game, bitch.
Listen, I
I'll
wrote
tell
an
you what the
article.
hype is. You want to know what the hype is?
Is it long?
The hype is very simple. The hype is the fact that a Nickelodeon Brawl game has fucking rollback netcode, and games like Tekken do not. That's the fucking hype.
Damn, bitch, you right.
Is that Nickelodeon fucking Brawl Stars has rollback motherfucking netcode, and like, I'm not even sure if like Tekken uses GGPO. If someone can fact check me, but like,
I feel like that'd have to be up to KP. He would know that.
Yeah. Like the fact that it's going to use rollback is fucking stupid. Like no other game out right now that's big and fighting game is using that. Besides, I think DBZ Fighters. If I'm wrong. I'll probably get corrected.
Is that a big reason for the hype behind DBZ?
Yeah, the fact that it's a Smash game, it's a Smash style clone that has rollback, which is what everybody's been wanting to add for Smash. It's just fucking rollback so we can make sure we don't get screwed over.
Now, for those who don't know what rollback is, can you give a brief explanation for the simpletons? Like
so rollback is pretty much like, it's the same thing. I'm going to give probably an incorrect description, but
got you.
Two messages will go to the server will determine who went first, then it will send back to you what happened, and if there's a discrepancy, it'll roll it back to the previous frame of what happened before.
Oh.
So if you're like, that hit connected on my end, and the server shows that it did connect, it'll roll it back and show, hey, look, you connected. And then the person who got hit doesn't see like, I didn't get hit. They see that they got hit. So it's more in tune with what's actually happening. So they can, it's like Battlefield used to use it when they would send to the server and then have it come back. You'd have server delay, but GGPO fixed that, right? Like Good Game Peace Out, like from Evo and stuff, like all that stuff is there. So it's
what you want.
So apparently
it's what you want.
There's two articles you guys should check out. We have number one, check out my article I wrote today about how this could be on par or bigger than Smash. And actually, Chocolaka wrote an article with the explanation of about rollback on Melee. He's saying Melee has rollback, but it's not official. So Chocolaka, if you can run to the site for us and drop the link, I'll also add it to the description along with the article I wrote. But I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna be honest. Me and Danny Phantom gonna be a problem, and I don't play fighters. But this game, and I talked about this in the article, the reason a lot of people are going to love this game is because, when Smash, people are like, oh, I want Master Chief going to be next up. And people all pull from random different games because it's all outside of, it's in different universes. We know, but this is going to strictly be in the Nickelodeon universe. So, you got...
Nickelodeon spans so
huge, right? So eventually you're going to get, Arnold or maybe Chucky from one of the Rugrats. You're gonna get something, and people are going to be excited for that. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't play fighters because I'm trash at them. I'm gonna be honest, I'm trash at fighters. Can't play them. I beat little kids' asses all day in fighters, but when I'm playing adult, I'm not playing with you because you're an adult and you know what you're doing. If you like 6, you like 6 or 7, bet you won't beat me. But if you like, maybe 13 and up, I'm not gonna play you, bro, because you know what you're doing. But I'm all over this, bro. I'm all over this. I'm really excited for it. I ain't gonna cap. There it is.
I don't know if is there a PC port?
There probably is going to be one, to be honest.
For
There's no way you can keep that off PC.
For this game, yeah, it's going to be PC, PS4, Xbox One, PS5, and Series X, and Switch, by the way, which I think Nintendo might see its competition, actually do good on its platform. Cause that's other Smash games, Brawlhalla and stuff like that. But
Brawlhalla's really good.
It's the known popular characters.
I will say, the childhood characters that you're thinking of, like Danny Phantom, Timmy Turner, don't expect them to be on right away because
Danny
Butch
Phantom's there
Hartman-
day one.
Yeah.
Danny Phantom.
Danny
maybe
Phantom
Danny
was
Phantom.
confirmed day one.
But like everybody else, because Butch Hartman is weird, and his recent like religious streaming his religious Netflix that he tried to start has failed, and he's kind of like being vindictive with everybody, and he does not let Nickelodeon do anything because he technically holds the rights to it. So there might be some talks, but like, don't reach out to Butch Hartman to get your favorite characters because he will hold them hostage. Reach out to Nickelodeon if you want your favorite characters on these games. Butch Hartman is weird. Honestly, watch some documentaries on this man. I don't like to talk bad about people, but he's weird.
I've never even heard of him.
He's the creator of your childhood. Timmy
he
Turner,
really is.
A Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom.
You're like
He's
I
done-
missed all of that. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So here
you're old.
are the confirmed characters. The confirmed characters that we know in Michelangelo from TMNT, Lincoln Loud from Loud House, Powder Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy, which is fire.
Toast Man.
Yeah. Sandy Cheeks, Patrick Starr, Oblina from All Real Monsters, Nigel Thornberry, Lucy Loud, SpongeBob, of course, Helga, Reptar, Fire, Zim, Fire, Danny Phantom, my main, and Leonardo. So eventually we're gonna get all the TMNT. Bro, people are gonna be excited about when this has a roster expansion. People are gonna be excited, bro. I'm just saying. And we need to have.
Gonna get main Rocco if Rocco gets in there.
Oh yeah, Rocco.
Courage, Cowardly Dog.
And it has been for a really long time. You know what I mean? I think I still wouldn't play that over Smash. I mean, don't get me wrong.
See, you're a casual player. Competitive players will play it over. If it has the features that Alex is talking about, they'll play it over what Smash
I
has.
believe that.
And they won't have a hard time running tournaments.
That's because competitive players only see games in Matrix code.
JP, he's a part of level 1. He showed us a video where he was playing Sonic Fox.
Yep. Yeah.
And he almost beat him. Like it wasn't a wash.
Almost.
It was like no, it was like
yeah.
It was down to the last match that he barely beat him. And I was like, "Oh my god." Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I think, and I want to say it's going to be $50. It's not a $60 game, so that's a win right there. Especially with games, turning to the whole $70 model. I'm with it, man. Snips, you playing Nickelodeon All Star? He's like, hell no. Look at his face. You can already say it's like, bro, why you even asking me that, bro?
If people are happy about it, I'm happy for them, but I'm not really interested in it. I will say they'll know the game's made it when they do a new character reveal and everybody on the internet flips out and baby rages because it's a female character.
Bitch, remember when Bayonetta got announced?
It to Smash level. The Smash level. That's when you know.
Yeah.
They're like, a girl in my game?
I don't know if it's like for Smash. I don't think it's the fact that it's a girl. I think it's like, oh, another fucking sword character. Great.
Yeah.
Because we got
So
9 of
remember
those already.
Swords
Bayonetta got announced. I'm like, I don't even play Smash and I'm hyped for that. Because I also, bitch, I'm a simp. We've already established this.
And
I'm overpowered as fuck. You guys see, like, there was an Evo one year where it was Bayo versus Bayo as I like the grand final, and both players just went to the sides of the stage and just held down their ult and just didn't do anything for like 5 minutes because they were like, this is going nowhere. And people just started walking away from that tournament. I don't know if it was Melee on the Wii U. It was one of them. But like they were just like, we're not even doing it. I think one of the best games.
Overpowered.
One of the best games to watch at Evo is, I don't play it, but it's beautiful to watch. Is DBZ Fighters.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Watching that game is fucking poetry in motion. I think that is one of the best looking games ever made, like graphically. Period.
Interesting, because a lot of people said that was Skullgirls.
Skullgirls looks good too, but like when you see Fighter Z and you're like, are you fucking kidding? Like this looks like the show. You're like, this is amazing.
I
Yeah.
think
And
Fighters is the best looking game of its art style, and a lot
Yeah.
of games have done that art style. But I do think Fighters is hands down the best game in that art style.
When you said Skullgirls,
when-
I instantly thought of a tweet going out because I've never seen a game cost nothing more than $1 so much in my life. Like every time you look up the game, it's like, yeah, you can get Skullgirls Encore for $1 all the time. Oh, we got a guest. Oh, I see you, Brand. What's up? What's up, sweetness?
You say hi.
Sure.
Hey.
Miss Thang just had her birthday recently too, wasn't it?
Hey,
Her sister. Yeah.
Oh, his sister.
This the
They're
baby.
the same height. I can't tell anymore.
Yeah, this is the baby.
The baby's growing up so fast. I'm like, they're the same height. I can't tell. Also, I'm sure I can't tell anybody's height.
She stuck. She looking at Alex. She's like, who is that? Who's that man up there?
Who's that handsome man?
Oh
that
boy.
I think she's looking at herself. That's why she.
Yeah, she's probably looking at herself.
If famous, she's like your daughter. Yeah, she looking at herself.
She's looking at
Yeah.
herself.
Listen, y'all know what time it is. Oh no, go ahead, Alex. My bad.
No, I was gonna say like if you ever watch Fighter Z at Evo and somebody picks Cell, every time Cell gets on screen, the whole crowd does the scream with Cell. Like they'll be like, ah, they'll all do it.
Oh,
Everybody
that's
in the
dope.
crowd.
I can get into
It's
that.
really, really good. Yeah, like the whole like it's. I know I don't even play fighting games. Like I want to get into Guilty Gear
Ooh,
because people tell me
great
Guilty
series.
Gear is like a great
looks
game to
good.
get into for fighting games.
King of Fighters.
I might do Guilty Gear. I might.
Guilty
I
Gear
don't know,
is
watching
so
Max and
good.
Randy play it, so I might do that. But I'm bad.
You'll
at
like
fighting
it.
games.
Hey man,
I'm too aggressive. That's my problem.
You can play it that aggressive.
It's like move.
Once you find your character.
I grew up playing Quake,
Oh.
so it is like aggressiveness is ingrained in me, and even when I play CS:GO, I'm way too aggressive.
That
It's
explains
just-
the Amazon position. Okay.
we,
Explains a lot.
What are you doing later?
what we like to do at the end of the show, Alex, and I apologize because we didn't warn you beforehand. We like to give suggestions for people to watch and or play for the week. Maybe something obscure that you found that you've been playing, or maybe something that you watched and you want people to check out. So I'm gonna swing around to the panel to give you a little minute to get yours together. Dallas, what anime, movie, or game do you suggest for people to play and or watch this week?
Let me see. Okay, so excuse me. I told y'all I've been really kind of into Star Wars lately, so gotta tell you to watch The Mandalorian. Got to, because it's actually it's mandatory. Gotta tell you to go play Jedi Fallen Order, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know what it is.
It's beautiful.
I've been digging the game, man. Like I have. Something about that combat. Like I like stuff that can be a dance at times. Like once you get the hang of it, and that's what it's feeling like so far. Let me see. I know I'm missing something. Actually started rewatching Attack on Titan, and it's sad. Got to be in a certain mental state for Attack on Titan, but when you are, it's fire. It's good. And I do think that's about it.
Okay. Snips, what are you suggesting for the people to play and or watch this week?
For something to play, I'd say go play Legend of Mana.
My man,
I
with the
downloaded
good, with the
recently
taste,
on PS4 with the remaster.
with the
And
taste.
I'm enjoying that. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'd never played it before, so this is my first time experiencing the game.
How do you like
It
it?
is like the historically biggest gripe with it is the narrative of the game is very episodic and it's kind of disjointed.
Yep.
Because it's like you start on a blank map and you get these little relics and you place the relic down and it opens up like the next area that you're going to go to. So you can do it in all different kinds of orders. Like there's no set story progression. So I don't find that to be really an issue. I think the game plays well. It controls well on console as well, playing it on my PS4 Pro. So I would recommend that. Pretty awesome. And then something to watch. I'm going to give you something to watch and something to not watch. I've been working very hard on my anime backlog recently. I think in the past 2 weeks, I've finished something like 17 shows that I had been watching.
Damn.
So that's big for me. I still have 12 that I'm currently watching and 68 on my to watch list. So
Damn.
still a lot to be done, but I'm working on it.
God.
For the one to watch, I recommend an anime called To Your Eternity. That's on Crunchyroll right now. Very interesting premise, I thought. Starts out really strong. It ends up taking a turn in I think it's episode 5 or 6 maybe, where the anime looks like it's going to go in a direction I didn't originally expect. Not sure if that's the best thing yet, but it looks like it's going to be pretty good either way. And the animation's really pretty. It's a well-drawn and animated show. So definitely check that out. On the exact opposite end of that is Record of Ragnarok, which is on Netflix.
Yep.
I love me some cool tournament-style battle anime. This one has that as its premise, and from what I understand, the webcomic that it's based off of is really cool. The problem that they ran into with the show itself is I think Netflix took the cheapest way possible in making this show. If you actually watch any given episode, the number of frames that are actually animated is incredibly small. There's a lot of stills with dialogue over it. There's a lot of fight scenes where it's just a repeated frame over and over and over again, and they abuse the hell out of that. And so they ruin it completely, in my opinion. I don't know how accurately it follows the webcomic in terms of the story and what actually ends up happening. It's a 12-episode first season, definitely going to be more to come, but Netflix butchered it by being super cheap and not actually animating any of the fights. So I would avoid that if your time is precious and you want to watch things that are good.
Snips, how far are you in Legend of Mana?
I guess a level would be the greatest way to say how far. I'm level 26, 27.
Okay,
Something like that.
so
I'm not super far, I don't think.
I'm probably going to make you restart the game.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Because I played this game when it was on the PS1.
Yeah.
So wherever you place your home, right, the farther away the tiles are from your home at the end gets you better items and equipment.
Okay.
So the ideal scenario is to place your home at the bottom of the map, and then in a straight line, continually place the blocks straight up or to the side or wherever. Okay. So if you don't go far enough, then you won't be able to get the best items at the end of the game to then use them for the final fight.
I'm wondering if...
So if you were going in a circle around it, that's like what everybody likes to do.
Yeah, I went top left is where I started. The most isolated, there's a little nub on the map that sticks out. Yeah. And I went all the way up there. So I don't know. I think from where I'm at now, I can draw a straight line down and hit the very bottom and maybe
if you could just go as far down as possible, I think that's going to be your best course of action. I don't know if you're going to be able to get enough. But as long as you're as far away from your house as possible, then you'll get the better items and equipment. But also, that game has beautiful art.
The pixel art is awesome. I love it, yeah.
And the music is unbelievable. Might I recommend for you specifically? Yeah. You seem like you emulate old games.
Me?
Yes.
That's hunger.
I haven't yet. I haven't gotten into emulators yet. I want to.
That's hunger.
That's hunger.
I haven't jumped into it yet.
Do you like? It sounds like you like anime as well. Are you a big fan of Final Fantasy Tactics?
Skip Tactics.
I know what you got to say.
Final Fantasy series, but I've never played Tactics.
Baron
you
is the
Tactics.
Tactics Advanced.
Can I recommend
Final Fantasy?
All right, so for you guys, let me recommend a small game. Itty bitty game. Didn't get a lot of love. It's called Vagrant Story.
Oh, I know that, BB. Ooh. That's a
I
good
need
one.
you guys. I need both of you guys to play that game specifically.
Yep.
Vagrant Story. Emulate it because there's no way you're gonna find it less than $100.
Yes.
It's a PS1 game. Definitely play that game. Huh?
I know exactly what game you're talking about. I actually haven't and have been intending digitally, of course, and have been intending to play it.
It's like a game that could be prime for a remaster too.
It is prime for a remaster.
I'm gonna double on that. If you like Final Fantasy type games, but you may be able to get your hands on this because it was a Wii game. The Last Story. It was made by the guy who made Final Fantasy. What did I say? Final Fantasy. So enjoy that.
So I think those are the two. That's one. I'm going to give another recommendation for the chat and for everybody else as well. But I think Snips, and Baron, that's going to be some things you guys should play, and also Dallas.
Well,
It sounds like Floor's already played that game.
While we're here, Alex, you want to go ahead and give your suggestions?
My suggestion to play is I am an old man.
Yes, you are.
One game specifically has resonated with me my entire life, and that is Diablo 2.
Great game.
However, my recommendation is not Diablo 2. The remaster is coming out in September, which I'm very excited about, which I will be streaming for the next 48 hours when it does come out, probably straight. But I'll put this in the chat. My recommendation is a little game called Path of Exile.
Yes.
Path of Exile is pretty much the spiritual successor to Diablo 2 that was not made by them. What I posted in the chat is the actual skill tree of Path of Exile.
It's not a consolation. It's a skill tree.
It's a skill tree.
And it's free.
And the game is free. It is probably one of the best games you've ever played.
That's intimidating.
It is very intimidating.
Yeah, but it opens it up to you gently.
Yeah. And what it does is
y'all need to chill.
It is a beautiful game. It is a game where you will learn a lot about math, because when you think about like 10% increase to dexterity, that could literally make or break your character.
Alex, why are you contradicting yourself?
What do you mean?
You said
it's a beautiful game, but then you said it'll make you learn a lot about math.
Yeah,
so
it is. Because what will happen is you'll pick a node in that skill tree, and then all of a sudden you are literally clearing an entire screen of monsters in 0.5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It is that fucking amazing. And it's totally free to play. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. I'm slowly introducing it to the panel and press start. I've got Kofi to play Diablo 2 when it comes out. He's never played Diablo in his life. So he's going to play that.
I'm trying to get Fame to play some Diablo 3. $20. Let's go play some Diablo 3.
I think Diablo 3 is actual garbage.
I want Diablo 4.
Garbage. But I'm waiting for it. Exactly.
I don't even want them to work on the Diablo 2 remaster, because if I want to play that, I'm fine going and playing the original version.
I think you
Focus your
should play
attention
the
on 4 and give
remaster
me 4
instead.
quickly, please.
Does a lot of quality of life stuff that you need now.
Not only that, but visceral game. Is it Vicarious or Visceral? I forgot which one.
Visceral, didn't they close down?
Yeah. Who did Tony Hawk?
Oh my
The
god.
Tony Hawk remaster.
Oh, the remaster. Never mind. I was like, who was that?
The eye with the spike through it.
No,
that's Neversoft.
Yeah, Neversoft. I remember that.
Because I'm thinking Visceral,
That's what the
Dead
ladies
Space.
call me. Neversoft.
Neversoft Utopia.
Hey, B, you want to go ahead and give your suggestions, brother?
Oh yeah. So I've been falling asleep to Welcome to Demon School, Aruma-kun.
Oh, bro, that's my John.
That's my show,
bro.
Like yeah, like
bro.
Philly fame?
Huh?
That's what Texas all the way.
Are you
boy.
from Philly?
Hey.
No, because only dudes from Philly say that's my show.
No, that's my wife. That's where my wife is from.
That's a Philly thing.
That's where my wife is from.
You get a pass. Wife is always a good excuse.
He said he got Philly by association.
Yeah.
But I've been watching that, and it's actually really dope. And it doesn't have too much like crazy fan service either. Like not as much as a lot of
so
stuff
good.
Out there. Like I'm confident in watching it in front of these boogers.
Yeah.
But it's a good one. And then games, if you didn't finish it, go back and give Fallout 4 a chance. I've been replaying it, and I've gotten a lot further than I ever did the first time around. It's still nowhere as good as 3 or New Vegas, story-wise and checkpoint-wise, but the shooting mechanics and the world make up for it. It's definitely worth your time, especially if you have Game Pass. No extra cost. Go play it.
Anybody heard him say Gay Pass?
Sir.
Oh,
That's what it sounded like. I was like,
Bruh.
sir, put that M in there.
I think we can all agree.
Game.
With what the Game
I'm
Pass
writing
has
an
been
email,
doing.
man. I'm talking with my people.
We can all be a little gay with Game Pass. I mean, I didn't have to play buy Rage 2 because somebody that used to be on the show, Meek, bought the collector's edition of Rage 2, which is over $100, and he returned that right quick.
Garbage. Garbage.
Fame, what do you got?
No, you go ahead, sis. I always go last.
No, because then I'll lead into our news.
I'm really quick. For shows.
I bet you are.
For
But sometimes
shows.
you don't want it to be too long.
I've heard.
Like, y'all all men here.
I
can
hate it
guarantee
here.
You don't want it to be too long. Sometimes
finally-
when it goes too long, you're like,
There's no such thing as being too fast, okay? It just means you're busy.
Fuck.
it just means you know what you're doing.
Look,
Y'all got kids except for two of you.
I'm gonna tell you this. In any situation like that, it's always a race to finish first. whoever don't finish first, you didn't finish fast enough.
damn.
You first or you
Damn,
last.
son, where's your bind?
Listen,
That's the rule.
but for shows, of course, go check out Loki. After the show ends, I'm gonna go watch last episode. I finally caught up with American Gods. I hate that they're still season 4, but season 3 is kind of whack. But seasons 1 and 2 of American Gods are straight fire. And for games, I finally, as I age, my palette for gaming has started to change. I finally booted up Gears Tactics, and it's starting to put me down a rabbit hole of for me, it's a good starter tactic style game. And now that I'm going through it, I want to experience more.
So let me give you a little game called XCOM.
That's what Baron
I told
said.
him to play Bureau Declassified
Yes.
And then
because he
and-
kind of
and
like
then-
is iffy on XCOM games.
Then we'll go a little further. Try Blackguards,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
And then we'll go a little further and do Divinity.
Oh, I got Baron on
Never go
Hey,
Divinity.
let me know. I'll play with you.
Right, and then you go like a little bit, like you just keep
D&D.
going.
Yep.
Then you
Gears-
start doing
D&D.
D&D.
Gears is a good starter.
See,
It's a good
here's the
for
thing
somebody like
with
me who
Fame.
doesn't play those type of games. Gears Tactics was a perfect starter for me. It kind of helps me figure out, and then
Here's the mentality of Fame. He loves Yakuza 7, has never played a Yakuza before.
yeah.
Wow.
Yakuza 7 was my. I played a little bit of
That's
Zero. I have played a little bit of Zero, and I actually got them physical. But Yakuza
Zero's the
7,
best.
because it was a turn-based
Mazuma.
RPG, I loved Like a Dragon. It was a turn-based RPG. So that's my suggestions.
Yeah.
Hugo, what you got before we spin the block?
So y'all know, stay tuned. We're not done after I give my suggestions. We got
Yes.
some housekeeping to do. You guys know I rag on this game, and I rag on it because I love it. No, it's not Anthem. It's Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. They just dropped yesterday their Blood Money DLC. It's the first major DLC since 2019. I haven't done any of the missions yet, but I'm excited to play them. I love Red Dead, even though it rips my soul out. If you want to play a game with your significant other or by yourself because you're lonely like me, Haven is great. You get to explore unknown worlds. It's a little janky at some points, but for a game to just lay back and play with your significant other that may not play video games very often, great game. TV shows, I'm gonna say, because I was on a weird kick for the longest time, The World's Toughest Prisons makes you love the system we have here, so just don't do anything bad. And for movies, because I love military movies, I'm gonna say Flags of Our Fathers, because I just can't help myself. I love like Black Hawk Down. That was my generation. And now, I'm gonna take my little sunglasses. We're gonna do some housekeeping. Chakalaka brought it up at the beginning of the show, and I had to bite my knuckle. Cogs in the Machine is going on an indefinite hiatus until things can be. I can find another host, because I was informed on Tuesday that Trevor passed away. So everything's gonna be on hold for now. We are waiting for Winterborn to put it out, but Winterborn is there in mourning. But yeah, Trevor has passed away. He won't be on any more shows. He won't be around anymore. But if you want to honor his memory, you can go support Externus. The game is coming out 2021 or 2022, I think. Go wishlist the game on Steam and just go support the team there. And that's why Cogs is not coming back next week or probably for the next month, you guys. I'm sorry, you guys.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, that one.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't want to cry.
That one hurt.
No, it's okay. Crying is okay.
'Cause it was the week he got sick, the week before, and then the next week he passed away. I don't know what to do.
Look, it's not a bad thing to have those feelings and to cry
Indeed.
because it's somebody that you cared about and that you love to see. I think the important thing is that you continue to just remember the good times that they brought you and also the good times that they brought to the show and to the panel. And I think that's important as well. And a good thing to do would be if you ever continue the show of Cogs continuing, you do it in his memory and you make sure that people continue to understand why that was so important to the team and to you as well. And it's never a sign of weakness or anything else to show your emotion or to cry or anything like that. But it's important to go forth and just remember the good times that happened that were there. And if you want to support Externus, do so on Steam and wishlist it and all that great stuff. Because if he's making that kind of content, or he was, then it's important to keep that kind of thing going forward. So you should hold yourself high that you are being so honest and open to everybody on the panel, and the fact that you're doing a great thing to keep things going forward. And I'm sure people will understand.
Thank you, Alex.
Trevor was good people. I know we're gonna get up out of here, but we met Trevor when we had initially interviewed Winterborn Studios, and we had an instant connection with him and Kent, and that connection evolved into him becoming a part of Level One while he was still doing PR for his gaming studio. That relationship had him start Cogs in the Machine with Hugger, and we unfortunately been sitting on this. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. It's we found out Tuesday, but if you want to go watch our favorite episode, I think he can agree. And Cogs is not going away because he would whip my ass if it went away. Would be the Resident Evil one. It's like 4 hours, went through every single Resident Evil game, but I think that would be his favorite. And we don't know if his family is gonna set up a GoFundMe yet. But if they do, we will let you guys know. But yeah. That's why Cog isn't going to be around for a while, and that's why we canceled the emergency on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, didn't mean to bring it down, y'all, but I know you guys would keep asking why I wasn't around.
So that's where we at right now. As soon as we get more information, for anyone who wants to, contribute to his service, or, if you want to help support him, because I believe. I don't want to spoil some of the stuff that's happening in Externus, but he pretty much it will be immortalized in that game. So if you guys want to support, please go and wish list and
Path of Solari, right?
Yes.
All right.
Trevor was a good guy, and he was Level 1 family, and he will be missed. And
Definitely.
that's that.
I'm gonna miss you, Trev.
So
I don't think it's sunk in yet either. It's gonna be when we start level Cogs back up, and I go through the list, and I go to call him, and he's not there.
indeed.
That's when it's gonna hit. But because Chocolaka, you guys were here, Hustle, you were here for all of it. You were here with Trevor in the comment section, and I know you guys were wondering where. And I know Chocolaka, don't blame yourself that I pointed you out, but you were the one that kind of reminded me that, hey, we have to share this news. It's nothing. We'll get through it. We'll be okay. Don't forget, we have right now Monday, Wednesday.
Dude, I cannot say that spell without Cogs in the Machine on Tuesday. I'm just gonna cancel saying that until Cogs comes back. It's right on time because as I know I'm dragging on the show, but I was supposed to be sending Baron the information for Layla. I'm about to say Layla Ellison. Naveen Crumbe, who is the voice actress for Layla Ellison in Redfall, she was going to record my spiel that I do every day. So we're going to put a pause on that just because there's no cogs right now on Tuesday. But I know that kind of brought the mood down. But to sort of bring things back up, Alex, we got through the podcast and there was no drama. So we're one for two.
No drama on a podcast.
We remember this very differently.
No. The first time me and Alex was on the same panel together, I mean, it was. I still get hate comments to this day about that episode with him and Diller. Some people love it. Some people hate it for other reasons. But today was all. It was all about fun, baby.
So I don't know if it was about fun. I mean, somebody's getting impregnated after this show, but.
Yeah.
I think the thing is that it's going to be fame. I think the thing is that I think with this, right? So, funny story. That debate has gotten passed around PC Master Race circles.
Oh yeah.
And a buddy of mine that I play Counter-Strike with for Tanga, he got a hold of it. I think Griffin got a hold of it.
Griffin got a hold
at
of
some
it.
point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been there. So Dealer and I have buried the hatchet. There's
that's good.
bad blood.
That's awesome. I didn't know about that. That's
he
what's up.
He was on PSP. Like, we hung out for a bit. I am very happy he has reached 100K subs.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's done a lot of hard work. You know, it's great to see, but in the end of the day, it's all like, you know, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to clown fanboys no matter what side they're on. And people are going to get angry and salty in my comment section. It's fun.
Rack them views up, baby.
You know, it's get the views up, right?
Rack them up. Hey, they're going to keep coming. The more you do it, the more they give you. It's like a vicious circle. They're going to do stupid stuff. You're going to call them out for being stupid. Then they'll come say more stupid stuff. Rack it up.
So it's like in the video when I use that Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference.
Yes.
Where Shake was slicing up Meatwad and Frylock goes, you know what's going to happen, right? The more you cut one up, the more they're going to multiply.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, I just want them dead. He goes, I know.
I know. But sometimes you gotta do it, you know?
No, that's about Meatwad, bro.
But listen,
Meatwad is one of the best.
Meatwad is. I wish that show would come back.
No, I mean,
no.
They're gonna do shorts.
Really?
As a voice actor.
It had to live its life. Fame.
No,
You can't make a show like that. Boondocks is getting censored.
Dude, they've already so Floyd, they've already censored Aqua Teen on HBO Max. They've removed the episode where Shake gets bit by a radioactive black man and then becomes black.
I don't think I've ever seen that
episode completely.
I've seen that episode.
And it's so okay. So this episode. Okay, no. So this episode. Okay. Oh my God, this episode. Oh, why am I doing this? Okay, so in this episode, Shake gets bit by a black man who is working on removing radioactive waste, and then Shake then becomes black, and then Frylock tries to then turn him white. So Frylock takes Shake swimming, and the second Shake goes in water, his hair catches fire.
It's bad. Yeah.
This is bad. Then Frylock makes Shake drink milk. Frylock then takes Shake to a hockey game, and he's like, Frame cut his camera.
The best part, as he was changing, he grew a grill.
Yeah, I was about to say
And,
that.
His straw got big and long.
Yeah.
Got big.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it's such a wild ass show. And then he was like,
I
"What do
never
you do
seen
with all
this
that milk?" And he's
episode.
like- And then he goes, rims! And the whole house is covered in rims.
Yeah, he goes all the way. Yeah,
I've
it's
never
bad.
seen this episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You gotta
Oh,
look it up.
yeah.
It's not on HBO.
Radioactive black
It's
man
on
white
HBO
was
Max.
you thought that was as high as they could take it.
It doesn't.
Right.
Like,
It's
I've
just-
never seen that
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Once I seen the episode where the villain was a giant dick and he was like making dick ships.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Juan
This is
Burger.
my show.
Yes.
What else can you do?
Yeah.
Or the voodoo dude wearing Chucks. like that.
Rice chicken, chicken or rice.
Chicken and rice.
I think we can all
Right,
agree
funny,
Aqua Teen
dude.
Hunger Force was the best show ever.
And then fucking like just like all this
Doom
fucking
made a whole
like,
album around it. That's how great the show is.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
Doom,
The tracks
yeah,
are
Doom
fire,
literally
too,
made an
man.
entire album about that entire show.
album. Beef rap.
Yo, like I gotta go find this
So
episode
good.
now. Thank you.
Yeah.
so
I mean,
much.
like literally, that's like, I was like, okay, what piece of my childhood, my teenagers, can I take and put into my videos? And I was like, Aqua Teen.
Aqua Teen.
And like, people are like, what show is this? I've never seen this shit. Where are you getting this from? In
People
my
don't
comment
know now.
section, and everybody's like, you need to watch fucking Aqua Teen. And it's like,
I feel that way when I reference Reboot. Because people are like, what's Reboot? It's
Yeah,
like,
man,
only
Reboot.
the first 3D show ever.
incoming game.
Listen.
Incoming.
Funny brought that up because I only ever used one Aqua Teen Hunger Force clip in a video, and it was the episode where Shake was pushing Boost Mobile, and
Yes.
he said, he told Paul, like, "You down with this, right? You
You
black?
down with this, right?
You sound black. Where you from?"
I think we can all agree that Alex
Frolic
has
is
been
like, what are you talking about?
One of
What do
the
you
best guests we've had on the
Oh,
show,
easily.
and it's been amazing.
Alex, it's been fun, bro.
No.
It's
No.
it's
He's
been
also
fun,
got a
bro.
baby to take care of.
Probably.
He's probably gonna wake up and
When did you become British? No, I wake up at 6 a.m. He's good. He sleeps through the night.
he sleeps through the night. I never
keep
slept through the
going.
night.
Hugger
Keep going.
turns British at random moments during the show.
Oh, I
sometimes
pop out what
Irish
kind of
and sometimes
accent you
Scottish.
want.
Oh,
That's what I
man.
do.
No, but,
Sometimes
like,
German is crazy.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Dude,
that
like-
never yells
Hard one.
usually enough for German.
so Snips, right? Did you ever watch Aqua Teen when you were younger back in the day?
yes.
Okay,
'Cause
so
y'all are old.
tell me
Moonanites.
why.
Moonanites
Okay,
were my favorite.
I've had this fucking thing happen to me, right? And tell me I'm not the only one, right? Why does Adult Swim suck so fucking much now?
Oh, it's bad. Other than Rick and
Because
Morty,
they
it's
decided
pretty
to
bad.
Scale back what they were
Bad.
doing.
It started sucking so long ago that I don't even know what airs on it right now. Like I gave up on it so long ago.
Yeah.
When,
I didn't notice how much it sucked till Tigtone.
I think
What's
after
that?
bitch pudding,
So Tigtone, you know what?
I
I like Tigtone because Tigtone was like reminiscent of the old Adult Swim.
I was a Super Gel fan. Like that was.
That shit's
hated
stupid.
Super
Super
Gel.
Gel's the ugliest.
Hey, bro, I thought it
Gel
was
was
the
just
weirdest, most obnoxious,
deranged.
Like, what?
It
yeah.
was.
Oh, bro, and there was
You know-
always like.
You know
half
what
the
I
characters
think?
getting
I
murdered.
think Metalocalypse was like the last bastion.
Metalocalypse was
So
good.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
I think that was like the last show, and they were like,
Donkey.
never again. And it's like they could just bring back home movies. If they bring, if they brought
Oh
back home movies,
yeah.
oh, it's so good. Bring back Space Ghost Coast to Coast,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Fucking bring, just rerun Aqua Teen,
Yep,
right? And then in
sure.
between, fucking put in Bebop, because that's what you
Yes.
gotta do,
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
right? Just
Now-
and then C Lab in
And
between
then,
that.
OC Lab, yep.
Dude, C
And
Lab
then-
was another
Some
one.
Clone
where
High.
Because he's black.
Hugger's favorite.
That line
Big
from
O.
that line from
I was
the
gonna
end
say
of that
Clone
Doom
High, that
song
was
that
my
he
shit back
uses,
in
where
the
he's like, wait, you're an actual doctor? And he's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Why do you think they call me Dr. Quinn? He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was just like a hip hop name, you know, like because you're black. And he's like, bro, I got 7 PhDs in like 4 scientific disciplines.
Yo, I used to. So when I was a kid, well, not a kid, I was a young teenager.
I was about to
I
say
used
that
to
was
work-
so long ago.
I used to work at
like
a
stone
grocery store.
tablets.
Yeah, before tablets, stone tablets. I used to work at a grocery store till like 11 o'clock at night, and then 11 o'clock at night, I would go out and I would get 2 fucking handles, or not handles, but 2 fucking Schlitz malt liquor 40s, right?
Good God.
Right. I get 2 of them fuckers, and I would tape them to my fucking hands, and I go to my boy's house.
no.
We would play Edward 40 hands, and we
Yeah,
would fucking
I played
watch
that.
Aqua Teen and Adult Swim all fucking night because I was in college, or like right before college because I graduated early and I didn't have nothing to do but work, and we would just fucking every night play Edward 40 hands, and I'd be like, I gotta piss, and I'd have to drink all the 40s to go pee. And we would watch all the bumps in between Adult Swim because they were good, not like they are
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
and actually have a good fucking time like at night. And like there's like the anime they picked, I guess, is pretty good, but Crunchyroll's eating their dinner.
Yep.
Or like took a really big chunk out of their lunch. Like they need to go out and get stuff like, okay, you want an anime recommendation? GTO. Great Teacher Onizuka. I need you guys to go out and watch that show. Also recommend Golden Boy. Like that's another fucking good one that people don't fucking talk about. Like that shit is so good. Golden Boy especially, it's super great, but GTO is one of my favorites. I would even say I was gonna get a little spicy and give you guys a little hentai like Uratsuki Doji, but I don't know if you guys will be into that.
Oh, we already know I am.
Well, we know Hugger is. Me and Baron both put. I wish I had glasses on. You could have seen my eyes.
Because I was about to say a Discipline, a Record of a Crusade. That's an old one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
what's
one
the one with the girl in the purple jumpsuit or the purple?
Like I think
the
that
one
was.
Not Battle Age.
It was at Urat.
Bitch, if I have to recommend a hentai, and anybody wants to get to know my personality, because we're gonna end the show soon.
Look at Snips. Snips is
Bible Black, man. Anyway,
like an hour ago.
Tell me why Futanari is the most top tier porn you could ever get, and nobody else believes me on that.
anyway, that's the end of the show because I got something to talk about after this.
Futanari. Listen. So my stream knows, right? My Discord is a Fuda Discord.
Fuda.
So,
can you drop me a link then?
Yeah, I'll drop you a link.
Thank you, babe.
Literally, because that's food or not.
Steph in the chat. Steph in the chat is already aware from my streams. Yeah.
Anyway,
so my
y'all,
stream,
Oh, God.
Alex has been one of the best guests we've had. Even though we had to give you guys that news. Keep supporting Level One.
So go on Twitter, Floor, and look up a Twitter account called Niakumi and Steven Carson.
Oh, Jesus.
We end the show yet?
We about to. I promise.
Oh my God.
Go ahead and look up.
About? Oh.
Listen, I think we're gonna go offline with the rest of this. Listen, Alex, we appreciate you coming through. You are always welcome to come back anytime, brother. At this point, your family.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You came in the room. You didn't been in the closet, lifted up the sheets. You know all our dirty secrets at this point. Come back at any time, bro.
Came in the room.
Listen, with all that said, if everybody who's watching, man, thank you guys for coming out. Again, with all that said, congratulations. You guys leveled up to 163. This was the Double XP podcast. We will see you guys tomorrow for Take 2 as me and Hugger will be discussing the Loki season finale. Don't forget, Friday is Peep Games. Saturday is Ready to Press Play. And on Sunday, the Lord's Day, we rest. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.
Pray for us.